This is my final day in Salisbury and I'm going to the cathedral. I actually really love cathedrals and churches, but I'm not religious at all. And for a lot of my life, I had trouble with religion and religious institutions. I think the reality is that a lot of people have trouble with them because they become very structured, rigid, difficult things that place a lot of restrictions on life itself. I'm over the River Avon right now, and there are locks on this bridge. I love when there are locks on bridges. You know what they're for, right? They're for relationships. This one here says Tom and Moll, and it's when they got together, and when they got engaged, they updated it. That's so cute. I started addressing my troubles with religious institutions in the last few years because I also really enjoyed religion. I studied comparative religion in college, and I think sometimes when people are very, very upset with religion and God, what they're actually upset with is people, because people are what make religion. People don't make God or the universe or whatever it is that you call the higher power. Some people even become afraid of being spiritual or faithful in any way because they had difficult experiences with the structure that is a religion at some point in their life, especially childhood. You can see the cathedral spire from here. It's right there. I don't know if you can see this really cool coat of arms on this bridge, but I'm going to try and show you. All of these little buildings are so cute. Last time I was here was at night, so I didn't get to see any. All right, I bought a tower tour, so I get to climb like 300 and something steps, so that'll be fun. And then I'm just gonna hang out here and maybe meditate. I've just been informed that the tower tour takes us up to there and then up to that, and then we get to walk basically on top of the building. Yesterday I went up to the old castle, Old Sarum, which is this circle here, and there was a cathedral right here, which you can see the entire outline, and both of them were completely dismantled and all of the stonework taken away. The world's oldest working clock is here, and this is the mechanism that runs it, and then it's, I guess, outside. The clock has ticked 4.4 billion times since it was created in the 1300s. This is not a glass top table, this is a fountain filled with water, and then it spills out the side. I also just love that there's like the reflection of the entire cathedral in the water. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Okay, and so I just learned that the marble, right? It's called marble or limestone?
It's called
Maybe you should explain to them.
Right. Purbeck marble is what has been used for the pillars and columns. It starts off a pale grey, but if it's oiled it turns dark, as it has here, very smooth and shiny, so people call it marble.
Because not all of it is the same color, things are highlighted and accented, so as you look down you see this beautiful dark line up here, and you wouldn't have that because really it would have been the same flat color if it hadn't been oiled. It's amazing.
The big idea of decorating a building is to have loads and loads of colour. Think bling. So the golden ratio is used in order to get the proportion of window in the whole of the side of the building correct in a way that you feel it's pleasing to you. So it's all 1 to 1.6, is it? Can't remember what the ratio is now. Not the original glass. So as part of the Reformation changes, it was taken out.
Okay, so originally this cathedral was built in the Catholic tradition, right? And then after the Reformation, it was changed to be more plain, to be more, what word did you say? To be more Protestant. And so all of the paintings that were on the ceilings and all of the stained glass that had things like saints and angels and even Mother Mary were taken out.
So we're now on top of the nave roof. Dendrochronology is when they take a plug of wood and they look at all the rings so that they can work back and see how old the tree is, to see not only what season in what year it was felled, but they can match it to other samples and tell you where the tree came from.
We're walking on top of the cathedral.
But we're in the base of the tower.
We're in the base of the tower, which at one point was completely open. So of course it was still beautiful inside, but now it's just this closed place with like the rest of the clock mechanism. And now we're about to climb this thing and go out on the clock tower.
Much weight for what is there to support it.
Okay, so the hour bell and the quarter bell. Oh! That was cool. The little trap door. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That's where we came up from. More stairs. Oh my goodness. Woo. So after all of that, everything that we just came up, we are only right here at the bottom of the tall spire of the Salisbury Cathedral. And so to get all the way to the top of it, you have to go up these individual ladders all the way up to the top, which, I mean, you can't see how amazingly crazy it looks from here, but it does. Wow. This is called a windlass, and it was to take down all the materials, or wait, to bring up all the materials and to take down all the trash.
You're out on the north side and you're looking over the town that was developed at the same time as the cathedral. So there would have been medieval wooden houses originally in the town until it became wealthy enough to rebuild in stone or brick.
So I wasn't able to finish any of the filming from the top of the tower or from any of the other 3 doors that I got to go outside of, but to tie this up, one really cool thing that they had there were peregrine falcons on the south end, and they take care of them and have a nest for them in one of the alcoves, and they just get to be out there and live out there to make sure that they have a safe sanctuary. And I thought that was so cool of the cathedral to do. I'm getting ready to head to my next hotel in Amesbury and keep relaxing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful December. Bye.